Hi everyone, this is Debbie from Project 39 Mini Albums. I am here to do a remake of a project I had made last year. Let me show you what the project is. It is a snail mail envelope. Last year I made it and I put so much stuff in it that you couldn't put a stamp on it and send it. So it's been bothering me, and I decided I want to do it so you can just put a stamp on this envelope, because you're making an envelope, and send it. So let me show you. I've made a couple this year and we're going to make one together. So, and it only needs 2 sheets of paper, not even 2 full sheets. So this is the back. This is where you would put the address and the stamp up here. And it opens up this way. That's all. It's pretty simple. This one has a pocket with just a little tuck spot, and that one does too. And there is room for a letter, so you can actually put a letter inside and write to the person if you wanted to just send them a note. If I send this, I might tuck $1 into one of these pockets because I'm going to send it to some little kids. So last year I made a couple and sent to a family of 3 young children, and I put them in a big envelope just because they were too thick. So this year I'm trying not to do that. So you may recognize the paper. This is Bewitching Hour from Country Craft Creations, and I had made several of these. I really liked this spider paper. They're cute spiders. I cut some out and drew the legs on the dark turquoise because I could not cut those legs out. But this one, the envelope tucks in there, but of course I'll seal it if I'm going to send it. And then it opens up like that. And this one has the fun ghosts here. And I just made quick little pockets just by gluing this down on 3 sides. I didn't make a pocket with cardstock and put this on it because I'm trying to make it so it's not really thick. And then again, you could put a card or something inside that envelope. So there's that. So we have 2. I love this paper, don't you? Oh, and there's the side. So I will just put just a plain piece of paper with the address on that. And this one opens up like that. So we've got that cute little girl with the cat and the pumpkins. Love this cut apart. And this one I made as a flip up. So again, could put something here, but I didn't want to ruin this picture because it was cute. And this one I actually had made a card just out of some scraps of the paper. And so this way I could write something inside. But that will fit into the envelope. And then this you can just stick a stamp on. And again, I tape that shut and stick it in the mail. So this one is with different paper. Those were adorable, so I left them. I fussy cut them. And isn't this gorgeous? So I glued that down on 2 sides, folded it with the paper so you could put 2 little tuck spots in there. So I have some of the cut aparts from this collection. And this one just has a cut apart inside. But I could make it into a card. So that'll go like that. And that tucks under like that. And then room, I would probably use a white gel pen to write the address on there. Here I would write the address right on there. And there's the back of it. There and there. And these little pockets I did again just glue on 3 sides and put in some of the cut aparts. Here I fussy cut the candy corn and put them on here. I fussy cut the pumpkin and this. Just thought that was cute. And put in this little dictionary description. I don't know. It's about candy corn. And then I would put a piece of paper and write something there on the back. So those are the ones I made for Halloween. Now I'm going to make one with a fall theme right now. So all you need for this, besides whatever embellishments you're going to have, but you need a piece of paper 8 3/8 by 8 3/8, and then for the other part of it you need a piece 12 by 6 5/16. And I am going to use an envelope punch board for this. So with the envelope punch board, you're going to put the end of the paper at 3 1/2, and that's where you're going to do your first punch. And I guess I'll use this. And then do the score line, and then rotate. And what we do is match up this with where the score line is. Punch again. And score. Punch again and score. Punch again and score. And then you can take the corners and round them with this handy dandy corner rounder in the envelope punch board. Okay, so there is our envelope. Now we are going to take the 12 by 6 5/16, and I'm going to put that up at the top, and I'm going to score it 4 3/8 and 8 3/4. And then this will go fold like that, and this will close like that. Okay. I'm going to grab my glue. And if you wanted to, you could trim this piece down and just adhere a little bit onto the bottom. But again, it's going to give me the room to write the address. So I'm leaving it. So I'm putting this with the fold line right on the outside of the envelope. And then I will find different things to decorate this. I'm going to seal this while I'm thinking of it. And I'll make some kind of card. So I will come back and show you what we've done. But in the meantime, I'm going to do another one real quick, just so you see it again. So this again is cut 8 3/8 by 8 3/8, and you start at 3 1/2. Punch, score, punch, score, punch, score, punch, score. I mean, what did we do without envelope punch boards? Well, I guess what we did is we did it by hand. Now, this is going to be a tough one because I think this is adorable. I don't know which paper I like the most. And I think I'm going to keep the apples on the outside, just because then it's a big surprise when you open it up and you see this bright color apple fields. So I am going to score this at 4 3/8 and at 8 3/4. glue here. Put this on right up to the score line, but don't go over. And I'll also add glue in here. And so this will fold like that, and like that, and like that, and then you open it up. I could put just a black piece of cardstock there to put the address and write in gel pen. But then you open it up and you see this beautifulness. I just think that's so pretty. So again, I'll decorate both of these and then come back and show you what I've made. All right, what a transformation, huh? Let's do one at a time. Let's do the apple one. So I cut out some of the apples from this paper, a scrap of that paper. I put down white cardstock, then black cardstock, and then white on top of it. So sort of to not replicate, but you know, to accentuate the fact that there's black with little white lines. So here there's white with a little black line. So, and black and white and red always look fabulous. So this is where I'll put the stamp here and the address there. There's still enough room even with that to write the address. So here's the back, and again, I'm going to tape it down, but I did have this little caramel apple cut apart that I just put on so I can put the envelope flap in there. And so now we'll open it up. And so the thing I like about this is it's black, red, and a little bit of black, white, red, and a little bit of green. And then you open it up and it's like this whole new world. I mean, you see some of it here, but there you go. So I cut this scarecrow from another one of the papers from the collection, this one. So I just took one of the scarecrows and cut them apart. And I glued them on 3 sides, and I was going to put a cut apart here, but I ended up not, because, oh well, yeah, just because it just didn't do anything from a design perspective. And then I cut out one of the apple bushels. And then here, you can't see it now, but I cut out some of the trees, but you can see it made a nice little pocket. You just don't, this won't go down too far. I did glue it up here. But, and then this little cut apart says, out of all the apples in the orchard, I picked you. So that goes like that. And I just thought that's a real pretty little scene. And then I made a card out of some scraps. That one says Harvest Blessings, and there was one of those cut aparts with the apples. So, you know, nothing real fancy schmancy, but it matches with the paper. The reason I did this is because I didn't have a full piece of this paper, so I decided to take that black and white paper and just put them on the side, and I think it looks good. Probably would have looked just as good without that, but I like that cut apart, so I used it. So that goes in there, and I can write something on the card and fold this, put that in, tape it shut, put a stamp on it, address it of course, and send it. Now, this one, so I don't know if you remember, but there was this paper up at the top, and I didn't like it. So I took one of the scraps of the other side of this paper and put it on there. I mean, I'm still going to put a stamp on here and write with white gel pen the address, and probably white gel pen here. And by the way, while I'm talking about that, if you subscribe to my Instagram account, it's Project 39 Design. I will post this all addressed. I love addressing things because I like to use different fonts, and I mean, it's all handwritten. It's not computer generated, so it's not perfect, but I like to do it. So if you'd like to see that and see how I end up addressing these, you can. Now let's show you inside. So unfortunately, this part that's showing of this paper There are other parts of the paper that have this same purple, but it's not really showing up here, just a little bit. So, oh well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. It's not a big deal. And of course you can see that I've used a cut apart down here for the little tuck spot on the envelope. Love the fact that some of those sunflowers are showing. And of course there's sunflowers in the little house. Alright, so this will open up. And then this will open up. And I had a little cut apart here. Really because there was part of the little house that was peeking out. The top of this was right there. So I put that there to sort of hide it. It says welcome to our patch, which really doesn't make any sense, but it matches. So I left it. Then this opens up, and it was really busy. I mean, I love the stripes of the sunflowers and that beautiful blue. It's so pretty, but it was very busy. So I took part of this part and glued that on there, and then of course I took this part with the sunflowers and fussy cut around it, glued it on the side and the bottom, and so now it makes a nice little tuck spot. So there is that. And then as far as the card, yeah, it says Autumn Splendor. I don't know, just because. I was going to do the welcome to my patch, but that didn't make sense either. I should have just taken some time and stamped Happy Fall. But I don't think I have a stamp that says Happy Fall. And then I just put that cut apart down there. So nothing very exciting for that. But honestly, I'm sending it to a 4-year-old. I think she'll love it. So that'll be okay. So that opens up like, come on. That opens up. Goes back in there. This folds back like that, and that folds like that. And there we go. So that is some snail mail. Geez, I don't know what else you would call it. Snail mail. That I am going to address all these and send them to some of my favorite little people. And that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this remake of a project I did a long time ago. I was watching it a little bit ago and I realized the sound on it was making me crazy too. So if you went and watched that, I'm sorry. But I did get a new microphone, so hopefully that problem is alleviated. So I hope you all enjoyed this little tutorial and project share. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications if you want to know when I am coming up with new projects. And these papers are available from Country Craft Creations. The Halloween paper is Bewitching Hour. And the fall paper, which I have right here, is the Autumn Orchard. And they are only available at Country Craft Creations. So thanks again for watching. Have a fabulous day.